Okay, again, Biafrans, in as much as I don't like talking about this Gentle and Ugo 247's matter, I just have to explain what Ugo 247 said. Ugo 247 said, if Gentle Yahoo knows that he has not received any money from the government of Madam Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, that he should come out and swear. These were just very, calculated words. You are quoting Ugo 247 out of context. Most of you are quoting this young man out of context. That was not he said. That wasn't what he said. What he said is exactly what I am telling you. He said, if Gentle knows that he has not received money from the government of Madam Ngozi Orabweze, he should come and swear. Gentle came out and started saying a different thing. I don't want to think that this is what I am thinking, that Gentle is working with Ogenkiri, and then Ogenkiri is now, somehow trying to, make him to come and start talking against USB. If you people claim that you love Mazi Simon Ekpa, do your job. Mazi Simon Ekpa will soon be out. Do your job. Mazi Simon Ekpa will soon be out. So there is no need for all these your shenanigans coming on the on social media to put it out. There is no need for that. Do your job, and we, the Biafrans, we fight for you people. You are not the one to fight and then come out to threaten the government. It doesn't matter who you are. You are just one person, Mr. Gentle. So Biafrans, go back and listen to what Ugo 247 said. Please stop quoting him out of context. It is not good. Go back to his videos and listen attentively. Bless you all. Not threatening the country. We are not threatening the sovereign nation, but you know that you Nigerian government are in a sovereign nation killing our people, and we said enough is enough. We will rise to the occasion, and you will see how determined we are to leave that contraction called Nigeria. If you know what is good for you, allow the Igbos to go.
That's what we have today is inevitable. Do not accept that you cannot transform anything. Look at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards. So, if we want to change the world, we need to fight. If we want to change the world, we need to unite, we need to mobilize, we need to fight for a better future for all, and that means to fight those that want to keep things as they are because they serve their interests, but in a way that would put into jeopardy the perspective.
Of Nigerian son sitting with a terrorist. Now, most of you know who Gumi is. Gumi is the man that first of all said that give Igbos gun to kill IPOP. Give Igbos gun to kill IPOP. What does that mean? Give Igbos gun to kill Igbos. That's what it means. This is the same man who goes as far as negotiating with the terrorists in the forest to release the people that they have gone to kidnap in villages. And this same man goes back to the government, presidents, governors, and liaise with them for how much they are going to give to these terrorists in their forest. Now, why I call the Tinubu's administration terrorists is for this reason. You cannot have a terrorist negotiator around you and then you turn around to call the Igbos terrorists. So, Biafrans, I want you to understand that whatever these people are doing, we are watching them with our two eyes. We are watching them. Tinubu will remain a terrorist. He will remain a drug lord that he is, and a certificate forger that is always known him for. We are not scared of telling Tinubu who he is. And more also, we want to tell General Christopher Musa, your days are counting down to remove all your terrorist army and the IG of police, remove all your policemen in our land. And most especially, for the first time, I'm going to tell Asari Dokubo to remove all your terrorists in our soil, because Very soon, we will match them fire for fire. We are saying this for the world to understand where we are coming from. Because you cannot be in our land and kill our people and go scot-free. It will never happen again. Now, I'm going to show you the video of our what is it called? Illegitimate president's son sitting with a terrorist negotiator. A man that goes to the forest to negotiate with terrorists. A man that goes there and sits with the terrorists and come and negotiate with them. There were some girls that they are arrested in Chibok, and this man was their intermediary within the terrorists and the government, and now is working freely. Why our leader Nnamdi Kanu, who stood his ground on getting Biafra, is being kidnapped from Kenya and detained illegally in DSSS facility. Today, what is happening? All the people that are talking rubbish about Nnamdi Kanu, that if Mazi Simon Ekpa does not cease fire, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been out. Bianco Onowu came out, or Ujuku came out and said, oh, the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been released is because of the activities of Simon Ekpa. Now Simon Ekpa is no more in the picture. What is happening? The Nigerian terrorist government are looking for every avenue to nail, to jail, and to even kill our supreme leader. But God will not allow that to happen. And we will fight Nigeria with everything we've got. Everything we've got. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released, we don't care what you people are thinking. We don't care what you believe in. We will fight Nigeria like never before. We are not threatening the country. We are not threatening the sovereign nation. But you know that you Nigerian government are in a sovereign nation killing our people, and we said enough is enough. We will rise to the occasion, and you will see how determined we are to leave that contraction called Nigeria. If you know what is good for you, allow the Igbos to go. So watch this video.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our August Bishop has no much.
Fellow Biafrans, the message fall back Briggy is a message from the pit of hell. It's a message of humiliation and a message of deceit. Fall back to Briggy has a lot of implications. Ogenkere and his co-travelers were not happy when Biafra was declared, when United States of Biafra was declared. You can hear him say that what can he tell whoever that United States of Biafra was declared before time. And I know he was addressing his paymasters to listen to him. What are the implications of fallback to Briggy? Fallback to Briggy means that United States of Biafra is no more existing. Fallback to Briggy means that we, the United States of Biafra, has mortgaged their freedom. Fallback to Briggy means the United States of Biafra is no more in existence. Fallback to Briggy means the United States of Biafra is not moving forward. Fallback to Briggy means that all the effort the United States of Biafra had put together to move forward is all in vain. So fellow Biafrans, be articulate. And I know that the real Biafrans are intelligent. All this group of morons cannot and will not deceive the intelligent ones. Look at the summation of people that are passing information. People who are not brilliant. People who cannot read. People who cannot do anything that is reasonable in anything conviction. Still, they want to sell this dummy to a nation That's more than 70 million. It is a disgrace for whoever is disseminating this information. So if you are one of them, desist from this rubbish. Desist from this rubbish. If you don't have brain, borrow brain. If you don't have brain, borrow brain and think. Thank you.
Happening life in Okigwe, happening life in Okigwe, Bumulala, happening life in Okigwe, Bumulala. Ebubago, happening life in Okigwe, Bumulala. Nederane, Chimotako. Happening life in Okigwe, Bumulala. Nederane, we are in there now. Come on, yeah. Motivate. Nederane. Kimotako. Why not? Yeah. Kimotako. Yeah, but. We put on.
Kena wanne omega kwa live o ma happy na ha ni anu le omega live ata Okigwe abomlolo Okigwe ozuga na ndị bago free na imana ndị agara obi nara MPs 170,000 ha sị na mu ji loud na akpa because of loud ha na ngwale na because of gịnị agbago moto ha ọkụ na yota onye ọbụla nọ n'ọsọ ọsọ ya mela nwanne.
This is the kidnappers that has been kidnapping our people in Okigwe State. The JTF, the Nigerian JTF, that is keep killing and kidnapping and selling the organs of our people. So the Asawana boys, the Asaredokobo boys, that is terrorizing the Okigwe axis, that is terrorizing the areas in Okigwe, Abumlola, around Israel, Gundogbo, Yoma, all those target bases that are terrorizing around Israel communities. This we engage them. The men on ground engage them. There is time for everything. We engage them man to man, and you can see the result through the video. On a live and direct, Today being Sunday. 9th of March 2025. Abomololo precisely. The JTF, we are neutralizing them. The men on ground are neutralizing the JTF. There's no terrorism. We are not going to allow any terrorist, any Asawana, any Bubago, any Okiso, any Caterpillar in any form. We are not going to tolerate that. The men on ground. All hail to General Butozo, all hail to General Gentokila, all hail to Biafra Liberation Army, all hail to Biafra Resistance Fighters, all hail to Biafra Defense Forces, and all Biafrans that are working assiduously for the total restoration of Biafra.
Office of the Prime Minister. Today, we have taken it from African Charter to United Nations. And why did we take it to United Nations? We have taken it to United Nations because people are sitting down somewhere in Abuja creating laws to criminalize the Biafran people. To criminalize anybody who dares talk about freedom.
Accept that what we have today is inevitable. Do not accept that you cannot transform anything. Look at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards. So if we want to change the world, we need to fight. If we want to change the world, we need to unite, we need to mobilize, we need to fight for a better future for all, and that means to fight those that want to keep things as they are because they serve their interests, but in a way that would put into jeopardy the perspective of the future of our planet and of the well-being of the people.
I feel so empowered by what you've just said about collaboration, coming together, fighting for the things that we believe in, and I think that's a beautiful message that you've left us with, and I really appreciate that.
That's what we have today is inevitable. Do not accept that you cannot transform anything. Look at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards. So, if we want to change the world, we need to fight.
The person who is talking is Antonio Guterres. Antonio Guterres. He is the President of United Nations, the Secretary General of the United Nations. Did you hear what he said? If we want to, let me take it back. I don't know how to talk. Again.
Do not accept that what we have today is inevitable.
He said, do not accept that what we have today is inevitable. Let me rewind it.
Do not accept that what we have today is inevitable. Do not accept that you cannot transform anything.
Do not accept that you cannot transform anything. Antonio Guterres is talking. He is the president, the Secretary General, overall chairman of the United Nations. He is telling you something. He is talking to Biafrans. This is us. This man is talking to us. And if you listen, you will see that the woman she's talking to, the interviewer, the journalist, is a black woman, an African woman. So Antonio Guterres is talking to us. Pay attention.
Look at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards. So if we want to...
Did you hear that? He said, look at the impact. Look at the impact these movements is having all over the world and the fundamental changes that follows it. Chai! You think they don't know? You think they don't know? They know. Listen to it once again.
Look at the impact that you...
Look at the impact. Very, very... This word, I never expected to have it from United Nations chairman, overall boss, Antonio Guterres. I never expect. I thought we were the only ones saying it. I never expected. If you hear this type of statement from United Nations, my brother, Kwechiri, CK, opening Akubu 1 naira before May 2 naira. Sorry, God forbid for using that word. Opening Atunyebu 1 ejemma, Tunyetu ejemma, Kwechiri CK, based on the stupidity of the Judah Abbas and the Senate. Kwechiri, the United Nations now, so pay attention.
The impact that youth movements have had in the world with funding cannot transform anything. Look at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards.
So you see that? Look at the impact that these movements are bringing all over the world and the fundamental changes that follows it. That word, Okuluben Bagam, no be everybody who is listening. Now let's continue.
So, if we want to change the world, we need to fight.
Did you hear that? If we want to change the world, we need to fight. And I call on the Biafra Liberation Army. Obuni na-egente Kobalo Biafra Liberation Army aka Kobalo Mazi Simon Ekpa aka Kobalo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu aka Kobaka ge Kusibaka ge ike. Antonio Guterres, the overall president of United Nations, ndị ekpe na zoo, the people that will barely buy na zoo, say, if we want to be free, if we want to change the handwriting on the wall, if we want to change the narrative, if we want to change the world, we must fight. No be me talker. I've been saying it. Mazi Samanepa has been saying it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been saying it. Today, I'm very certain everybody's paying attention. Look
at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards. So, if we want to change the world, we need to fight.
I can play this 1 million times a day. Only that word. If we want, even the other one, I was crazy about the other one. He said, look at the fundamental, changes that these movements are bringing to the world. I was crazy about that. But now look at this one. He said that if you want to change the world, you need to fight. I can play that very part 1 million times a day without getting tired, because he is telling me something. This man is talking to me. If we want to change the world, we must fight. If we want the zoo to leave us alone, we must fight. If we want Britain to leave us alone, we must fight. Did you hear that?
We want to change the world. We need to unite. We need to mobilize. We need to fight for a better future for all. And that means to fight those that want to keep things as they are.
This one has broken the camel's back. He cannot say it better than this again. He cannot say it better than this. Did you hear that? Did you just hear that? I don't believe you heard it. Did you hear that, my people? He can't say it better than this. Every single word he says is 100% directed to us and meaningful. Every word he says, very, very meaningful. Listen to that last one.
Fight. If we want to change the world, we need to unite. We need to mobilize. We need to fight for a better future for all.
We need to fight for a better future for now. Listen to this one now he's about to say. Pay attention to it.
And that means to fight those that want to keep things as they are.
That means, what is this fight we are talking about? He is asking, what is this fight we are talking about? He said, that means to fight those who want to keep things the way they are. Those that want to keep the status quo, Tajuddin Abbas. Those that want to keep the status quo, Tinubu. Those that want to keep the status quo, Musa. Those that want to keep the status quo, Nyesom Wike. Those that want to keep status quo, Devomahi. Those that want to keep the status quo, Labaja. Those that want to keep the status quo, military, zoo, Janjaweed, police, navy, all of them. He said that we need to fight those that want to keep things the way they are for their own personal interest, for their own political and personal interest. He's going to say it. Listen.
We need to fight for a better future for all. And that means to fight those that...
Do you see how specific he is?